Department of Mysteries, our Savage Worlds show. Oh, I'm hearing myself double. That's not good. There we go. Much better. Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. This is a special day because it is Thursday. And on Thursdays, it's not Mysteries Day. And that makes it special. So, yay! Okay, let me tell you what you guys are in for. This is a Savage World show that is set in a mashup universe of Harry Potter and the Savage Worlds setting, Ripper's Resurrected. And it takes place in 1895 England. We are using the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, or the Suede rules, but I have added a few of my own mechanics, edges, things such as that to make it a little bit more Harry Potter, as well as using the no PowerPoints rules so that our witches and wizards can use every power that they want. We are still essentially playtesting this, so you get to experience it with us. Hooray! So I should tell you who I am. I'm Meghan Caves, and I am going to be your GM this afternoon. And let's meet all of our lovely cast members. Here they are, floating in just in one moment. Oh, there they are! Yay! Hello, everybody!
Hi, guys!
Oh.
So, for today, I would like you all to go around, say who you are, say who you are playing, if there's anything, something short you want to say about your character, and then tell me what your character's favorite toy was as a child. Who would like to go first? Put you on the spot.
My name is Abria Iyengar. I'm playing Professor Zelda Zabini. She's, despite what you think, not nice. And don't take any of the nice things I've done for you as anything other than a momentary lapse in judgment due to senility. When I was but a girl, hundreds of thousands of years ago, I played with my pet dinosaurs.
Oh,
So old.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Pet dinosaurs. I can see this. You are a nerd from the beginning. All right, thank you so much. Who would like to go next? Anyone have thoughts on their favorite toy already? I see Adam smiling. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll go. How's it going? I'm Adam Conn. I'm playing Kanan Featherby, who is, for the first time, everybody got a chance to see him. What a good puppy he was last week. A little bit of a disheveled man, but his favorite toy, he actually was always into pocket watches. So he didn't really have so much of a toy. It was really just taking them apart and seeing how they were put together, because he wants to know how it all works. And that's what got him into time as well too.
That. I like that. That's awesome. All right, thank you so much. Diana, Michelle, do either of you want to go?
Sure.
Diana, awesome.
I am Raven Hemlock. I am probably the darker one of the group and the curious one of the group. The group has found out some double meanings behind who I am. And I think as a child, Raven definitely played with dolls. I consider playing with little really girly dolls because I'm a lady, but not a lady. Lady.
I'm a lady.
Yeah, and then she likes to get lost in people's memories to escape her own real memories.
Oh, poor Raven. She has a sad time. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your sad time, Raven. Michelle, same thing. Your name, who you're playing, favorite toy.
My name's Michelle Wynn Bradley. I am playing Fortuna. And Fortuna, when she was child, she loved to play with father's guns, because there's a room in my house. It's a big house, I don't want to talk about too much, but there's a big house and there's a room just for guns. It's like bedroom for gun parts and gun bullets and the gun tools, and then like for shooting gun, you can just shoot out the window. No one really cares. So I love playing with guns when I'm a child. It's very fun. Very good time.
That sounds like my grandpa's house. Thank you very much. So, dinosaurs, pocket watch, guns, and dolls. I like this. This makes sense for this crew.
Did I say my name? My real name?
I don't know. It's entirely possible. We did say Sad Raven.
Sorry, Diana Restrepo.
I'm glad
Sorry.
we did that.
I
No one
love
would
the,
know
like,
who you
slow
were.
shift back,
I thought your name was actually Raven, and your character's name is Diana Restrepo. Okay, not confused anymore. Not confused anymore. Got it.
I mean,
Okay.
Raven might not be sure with all the memories that Raven lives in.
This is a good point.
Okay. Lovely. Thank you all so much for introducing yourselves. Let's tell you guys a little bit about what you can do here at the Department of Mysteries. So at the Department of Mysteries, our buffs are a cumulative goal that gets unlocked. So for every $50 that you all hit together, I mean, you can donate 50, you can donate $1, whatever it is, it all adds up to the same goal. And then once you hit that $50 mark, a D20 is rolled in chat. And one of the things on our array will pop up. That could be a reroll for any one player, which is very helpful. It lets them reroll any one roll. A Benny, which is part of the Savage Worlds economy, essentially. It allows you to do many things. It's a little bit more powerful than a reroll. They already start with a few Bennies, but in a normal Savage Worlds game, the GM gives them more. But I don't do that. I don't do that here because I'm evil. No, I'm kidding. I'm not evil, but you guys have the ability to give them potential bennies, which are quite helpful. There's also the Wizards deck, which is the adventure deck for Savage Worlds. Right now, we actually have one that's still on the table for Kanan, and it is Love Interest, in case anyone forgot that. That's there.
Yeah.
That exists. Yes, indeed. There's also the ability to do some wild magic, which will come out of my Tables Fables book. It's the random magical effects D100 roll on that one. So there's lots of crazy things that can happen there. You can also get an interlude. We actually had one for the first time last episode. Diana was our guinea pig for the interludes. And it's essentially a little story or scene flashback into their past, a character's past in one way or another. So that can be a lot of fun. We also have the BBBB. Each one of our players here has a different effect that is specific to them. It is a very helpful buff. So there are lots of fun things you can do. And beyond all of that, you guys, we're just happy to have you here. If you can tip, it is greatly appreciated. It helps us continue to bring you all these fun, fancy shows. But we also understand that you might not be able to. Just being here and spreading the word is also very helpful. So thank you guys. So I also want to let you know that today we have another PDF giveaway for Rippers Resurrected, which is quite exciting. I do believe you should be able to see in chat how you can win that. I'm not sure if we're giving away one or two today, but we're giving them away. And that is thanks to Pinnacle Entertainment Group, who are the lovely makers of Savage Worlds and most of the settings around it, although there are more that are fan-made. So there's a whole world of things. Anyway, that was a lot of talking. Now I'm going to make sure that we all know that we have bennies. I begin with 4 because I start with 1 for each of my players. Oh yes, that's Mina there in the right, by the way, in her I think I may have said this last time, but in her porcelain or ivory mask, I believe, skull mask.
Yeah.
How do I get one of those masks?
I don't know. You gotta ask Mina on that one. Gotta ask Mina.
Yeah, that's a pretty sexy mask there.
Right?
Might have to
I
use
need
the
that for
might
me.
have to use the card for that mask.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Have that. No, use the card. All of our players do begin with 3 bennies, except for Kanan, who is just the tiniest bit unlucky. And so he only gets 2, starts with 1 less. There are a few that are on the table from the last time, so some of them have a few additional as well. I think that's it, you guys. I think we can start. Are you excited?
I've
We
been
get to play a
waiting all
game.
week.
Yes. So before we begin, why don't we recap what happened last time? Last time, our 4 Unspeakables were whisked away to the home of Egyptologist and collector Sir William Banks in Dorset to investigate a murder that 4 of the other Unspeakables from the prophecy potentially had been implicated in. They quickly found the crime scene to be a jumble of confusing clues and began to question the suspects. Not long after, they discovered the murderer to be Jonathon Jellicoe, a local politician who tried to pin it on Enrico Gambuccini, who was apparently an operative for the Vatican. But before they could question his motives, the house was attacked by an unknown group of ruffians who destroyed Sir Banks' most prized possession, an Egyptian obelisk, and also tried to kidnap Banks himself. The Unspeakables stopped them, but before they could catch their breath, they learned that Jack the Ripper had returned. And that is where we will pick up today. So, you all went back pretty quickly to the Department of Mysteries after you wrapped things up a little bit at in Dorset at Kingston Lacey House. Mostly you were able to pass everything along to the local constabulary that did show up and for Banks to deal with. And you brought back the information that you needed to bring back to Mina. Whenever you came back to Mina, she was understandably frazzled in regards to the newspaper article that you all saw last time about Jack the Ripper returning. There had been a murder that looked very closely to Jack the Ripper. So it's something that she was a bit concerned about. So you all did go back, and she said, this can't be Jack the Ripper. We were there when he died. We saw him die. We know he is dead. This must be a copycat of some kind. We're going to wait just a little bit, see if anything else comes up. And in the meantime, you will take a few days, get anything you need to get done, lay low, keep your ear to the ground, and I will be back with you soon for more information. So Mina has given you guys just a little bit of time to kind of do anything that you might need to do. Is there anything that anyone does need to do? You need to go to speak with a family member or you know, maybe a colleague of some sort, or even anything that you needed to hash out with one another. If not, it's also all right, but I wanted to give you the opportunity in your couple of random free days that you never get lately.
I think if it's like longer than 48 hours, Zelda's gonna head back to Hogwarts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's probably not much longer than 48 hours. She didn't really give you a definitive time, but just like 2 to 3 days. So you could make a quick trip back if you wanted.
Sweet. Might as well be the worst possible surprise for my students who are probably very happy with their substitute and just show back up again. But while I'm there, oh, dang it, I didn't bring my notebook out. What was the name of the teacher from
Mary Thought. Galea Mary Thought.
Yeah, I am for sure gonna go have some tea with Mary Thought and drug her for filth.
Okay, yeah. Well, she is the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, and you can indeed go and find her. You can arrive around lunchtime, and she is in her it's not in the dungeon, in her her classroom, taking her lunch by herself. So if you wanted to go and speak with her, you most certainly could.
Yeah, and just as like a little reminder, when Zelda first came to Hogwarts, it was because she transferred as the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher from Ilvermorny, because there's very few wizarding schools that actually have this as a course, and this was one of them. So she like walks into the room and like is still vaguely possessive of this place, even though she moved to potions eventually, and like goes through and just starts like dusting and like adjusting things and, you know, just being her like most Zabini self, kind of going through like
hello, Mrs. Zambini. Is that? I thought that you were on vacation currently.
I decided to come back for a couple of days, you know, to check on things, make sure everything's running smoothly.
Well, of course it is. It's Hogwarts. It can't run without you, you know.
Yes. How are things going here? You know, since you took over. Big shoes to fill, but I'm sure you're doing your best.
Oh, well, yes, actually. All my students have passed all their owls and newts with flying colors in the past year. We, of course, haven't had all of them quite yet this year, but I am quite confident that they will do well.
Okay. That's good to hear. I'm very glad for it. let's have a bit of a conversation. Peer to peer about motivation. You see, defensive against the dark arts being a bit more of an esoteric branch of magical study, it's good to know that the Ministry of Magic's testing standards haven't become quite as rigorous as they need to be yet, if, it's 100% pass rate. But what I have found in potions, a much older and well-documented and more rigorous study, if you will, is that it's about blending reinforcement, both positive and negative. Do you find that you have that balance down yet, my dear?
I think that I do quite well, as a matter of fact. At the end of every year so far, I've gotten quite positive reviews from not only the staff, but the students as well. I always have them do an exit review sort of thing of my teaching, and it goes quite well, I think. I watch them, they always mark it with all 5 stars.
Yes, that has nothing to do with you watching. All right, let's cut to the chase, since I am a very busy woman with much more important things to do than listen to you talk about yourself. Fortuna Felix. Does that name ring a bell?
Right, the one from the Felix family, yes.
Oh, good, you were able to put it together with the last names being the same.
Oh,
brilliant.
Well, they are quite well-known family, for getting whatever they want. But I remember.
Is that what they're known for?
Well, did you not know that they, supposedly, they made the Felix Felicus potion. I figured you would know that, being the potions professor.
Let's start from the top. Number 1, it's called Felix Felicis, and yes, I am a potions master. Of course, I know the potion that they're famous for. But in what universe does that mean that a student who came to you in order to be educated properly, to be sent out into the world with the best possible grasp on the myriad dangers that await her and any other wizard, could be looked down on, especially by the likes of you, a mediocre mind?
Well, excuse me, first of all, I think that I have quite a good mind. Otherwise, I would not be here working at Hogwarts alongside you, now would I?
You just tried to mage-splain a potion to the potions master, and the one that held your job until she decided to move on. So no, I'm pretty sure mediocre mind is the right answer until you prove otherwise. But go on.
Well, I don't understand if you came all the way back here to Hogwarts just to insult me, but did you teach Fortuna? I mean, she hardly did any work at all, and always did so well. I mean, what else would you expect but to have used the potion like the rest of her family clearly did? She needed to be taught something, otherwise she would not be able to survive out there in the world, just using that potion all the time. I was only trying to help her, but also, what is it exactly that... What? Did you come back here just to speak about a former student?
I came back here just to yell at you, yes. I traveled for hundreds of miles. I could be spending my day doing 100 better, more elevating things with my time. But no, I walked all the way here to tell you to deeply consider the fact that you are not the smartest person in a room at any given time. And if you didn't see it when Fortuna was here, you will acknowledge it at least right now. And I deeply implore that you not carry this unfortunate set of biases on into the future. Because more than your ego is at stake. Our job is to build a wizarding world and put smart, whole people inside it. You would do well to not project your baggage onto them.
Make a persuasion roll at a +2.
Yay. Okay. 5.
Hold on. Do I hold the phone? Do I have a Benny. I'm gonna use a Benny.
You use a Benny? All right.
Yeah. These dice aren't warmed up yet. Give me a second. There we go. The 6 exploded. 11 plus 2 is a 13.
Oh my goodness. That's with a raise. Okay, this one's opposed. Okay. Well, she just kind of seems a little flustered and bee. We'll be right back to that. She seems a little bit flustered and is, we've got so many things unlocked. But she just goes, well, I would never presume to come into your classroom and tell you how to teach, especially if I hadn't been here for quite some time because I was off doing who knows what. And well, I don't need to worry about previous students, but yes, I'm always a very good teacher and I teach them well and I do a good job and I'm always very nice and good at them. And you can tell that while she's just babbling, you have definitely gotten under her skin quite a bit.
Sweet. She's gonna basically just turn on her heel and walk out of the room. And as she leaves, I think there's like a little like model of something under like a glass dome. And she looks over her shoulder and says, "Stuttering isn't helping the not smart thing," and just knocks it off the shelf and shatters it. And walks out of the room.
She continues to kind of yell after you, and she's like, you will have to pay for that!
I won't! And just walks away.
All right. Very good. As you walk down the hall, you see a few students and they kind of look at you and kind of tentatively wave. And you actually see Albus down there, and he seems to be with what looks like a younger version of himself. And you did hear that this was the year that his younger brother Aberforth was joining. So you get to see Aberforth there. There he is. There he is.
Yeah, she'll go over, and I would like to use one of my BBs. And I'm gonna slide a little, I'm gonna slide a pepper up potion to Albus, just in case.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when you come over, he goes, "Oh, Professor Zambini, have you come back? This is my brother Aberforth.
Oh.
He's joining us this year." Lovely.
You are. There's more of you. That's good for you, I suppose. No, I'm only here stopping by to speak to a colleague.
Oh, well, we'll be glad to have you back when you do come back.
I will be back as soon as I am able. Enjoy your vacation.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Sweet.
He takes the potion and says thank you.
Nice.
Now I'm gonna hop over because you guys, we got some things from people.
Yes,
so
we
first
did.
off, we got Benny for Zelda, Raven, and everyone,
Bam.
which is
Thank
crazy.
you.
A reroll for Fortuna. And Raven, you got a bit boss. Looks like Sarah BC1 is our bit boss. Oh, we didn't actually say hi to chat at the beginning, so we should do that. But
Yes.
we also have Rampant Magic on Fortuna and Kanan.
Oh,
So we'll be doing that
God.
in just one moment. We also have follows from Jackset, Tiber Z, Sunset Soup, Shadowed Cries,
Cavalaxis.
Yes, and Matt P3000. Hello, Matt P3000. Welcome, everyone.
Thanks,
Nevan
everybody.
Omar is one of our donors. That's very nice. Oh,
Thank
they
you,
say
guys.
You were awesome.
we're still doing bennies. Megan, if we're not, it's okay. We love the show. Thank you. Oh, it's Sarah PC1 and the Java Man 1964. Thank you all very much. We very much appreciate it.
Thank you,
Let's
thank you,
take a
thank you.
moment and say hi to chat while we're here and just see what everybody's up to. It looks like you guys have already been saying hi to chat.
Yeah,
Hi,
yeah.
chat.
Might have
Well,
slipped
that-
in there.
Well, that's because Zelda was completely burning this other teacher. And we're all just like, yeah! I was eating peanuts during this whole thing. I'm like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's Lucas Martinez says, Zelda, oh, witch, please.
I wish a witch would. I wish you would. Test me.
McCranky saying Zelda is just oozing sass.
If I have to be mean to someone. And if I like you guys now, I'm gonna go yell at someone else.
Wait. Zelda just said she likes that?
Oh, please strike that from the record.
Table talk.
Undo it.
Control Z.
That's funny. Oh, man. Oh, I see Owen Lean is here. Hi, Owen Lean. Welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Shout out to Neva and Omar reminding us that Raven declared herself the lady of the night.
They're never going to let it go.
I know.
They're never going to let it go.
My fault.
Simi David saying, "Oh yes, Zelda, loved my dinosaur toys when I was a kid."
Yay!
Dinosaurs are popular kid toys. They are. I know lots of kids who love dinosaurs.
Awesome.
Did you all have like a dinosaur phase when you were younger?
Not me.
I don't know that I did.
Triceratops.
Triceratops.
I feel like when Jurassic Park came out, everyone had a dinosaur thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did like Littlefoot. What is the
Oh,
Land Before Time.
Before Time. It was so sad though.
Yeah,
But
the ending, I was like, oh no, I'm in danger.
Petrie, Sarah, Ducky, Spike, and Littlefoot.
how dare you remember that? Did you honestly remember that?
Sure did. I also had, if you guys remember, the plastic puppet toys that you got from Pizza Hut way back when too.
Yes.
Oh my god!
I don't think I remember that.
Me either.
Here's one thing I have to say from Guess I'm Salad. Madame Pomfrey, she, yes, had tea with Zelda. I smell the sulfur.
I love that comment too. I saw that earlier.
Oh my God, that's great. Okay, let's hop back over here and I will do the rampant magic in just a moment. But first, I want to see, was there anything else that anyone wanted to take care of in their a few rare days off from the Department of Mysteries? If not, it's okay. Just if
Fortuna
there's something.
looks like she wants to say something.
No, I was
Eyebrows are
waiting.
going up and down.
That's just how I look, first of all. That's how Michelle looks. I'm sorry. Fortuna has nothing to do with this. I was gonna say that I thought Raven was gonna go ask Mina for her mask or where to like get one made or something. So I was kind of waiting for you to say something.
Oh, I mean, I could
Don't
say
have to.
that. I was gonna say I was lost in the memory.
It's come up a couple times, but
Okay, maybe I'll go talk to Mina
You want to talk to Mina?
about her mask.
You're going to try to flirt with her.
Oh no, silly, that's your job.
you have a card
So-
and everything.
Raven, make a notice roll at a -2.
Okay. Zero.
0. So you go to try and talk to Mina, and you have the hardest time finding her, which seems kind of strange. I mean, obviously she is the head of the Department of Mysteries, but she's not in her office. Thomas says anytime you find Thomas, he says, oh, she's here, she's there, she just left, she just came in. She just seems very preoccupied currently.
And she's definitely not with Kanan.
Not that you know of. You could ask Kanan.
No, I just more of a joke. Yeah, then you know what? I'll do some wandering around the Department of Mysteries, see if maybe I can just find her.
Okay. Let's see. How about make another notice roll. This time at a -1.
Okay, and then this time, since I have so graciously, I have lots of fun things I can use. I will use a Benny can be as a reroll, correct?
Yes, you can use a Benny as a reroll.
Okay, let me see if I need it. Yeah, I will do a reroll.
Okay.
Same exact roll. So that's 2.
A 2.
Yeah.
You look again, and I mean, it is easy to get lost in the Department of Mysteries for sure, but you've spent a fair amount of time here when you can, just kind of wandering around getting your bearings, and you still can't seem to find her. You don't know if you just are having bad luck and you just keep missing her, or what it might be. But you do see the mask in her office. She does have it on display, kind of on a back shelf. Looks like it's a bit dusty.
So she doesn't wear it.
Seemingly not currently, at least.
I walk up to it and study it.
Okay. what are you looking for in particular? Anything specific?
Just nothing specific. Just if maybe I can recall some knowledge about it, or maybe the Cabal have talked about it, or maybe I've heard of in passing.
Mm-hmm. Well, looking at it, you can tell that it is very well crafted. It is made of ivory. You can tell that. And it looks like, I mean, it's one solid piece. It looks like it was just delicately sculpted to be like this. And it actually seems fairly strong, all things considered, which is helpful. You don't know much about how she used it. You've seen images of it through the Cabal, just like in description of who to look for, but nothing particularly specific beyond that. However, make a common knowledge roll.
Okay. There you go. Oh, and I have my new thing. 5, 6, 7.
7. So you actually are able to recall one thing that you just kind of put together in the midst of all of this about Mina that I don't know, you can do with what you will, but that you know a little bit about the ripping technology, Ripper tech as they call it these days, which is essentially, it's usually muggles, but sometimes witches and wizards do it too, although it's a bit more dangerous when you mix magic with it. But essentially taking pieces off of creatures, of supernatural creatures, magical creatures, and grafting them onto yourself. And you remember that Mina did do one of these such things, and the Cabal is a very big, well, specifically Jack was very big on Ripper technology and had a whole lot of it himself. But you recall that Mina has mesmer eyes. They are that her eyes have been replaced, and she now has a bit of an ability with those eyes. You just remember that, and you were able to put those two things together. You never thought of it like that before.
Does Mina know I'm like also part of the Cabal, or she has no idea?
You don't know if she knows or not. There have been a few different times where she seems to hint at just knowing more than she says. And like she said, they keep tabs on a bunch of different people.
Right. I would assume maybe she does a little bit.
Beyond that, yeah, you're not positive, but yeah, that's a safe assumption.
I mean, especially since I've been called here. So, okay, I will keep that information and perhaps talk to her about it and sometime in the future.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, is there anything else anyone would like to do?
So,
go ahead.
I was gonna say Kanan went into research mode the past couple days.
Okay.
He wolfed out in front of the only one out of the 3 that has actually seen him in wolf form before would be Fortuna, because of a small past that they have together. But he is currently actually in his office wearing new clothes, because after he wolfed out, his shirt and his vest kind of got ripped, and he hasn't changed. He hasn't left. He has been full research mode on anything that he can find out from the Cabal vampires, because that's been sitting in his mind ever since they saw Raven's nightmare as well too. And just any research on Jack the Ripper. So for like 2 solid days, his shirt is undone. He doesn't have his hat, anything on. He's just been in his office living for the past couple days.
Wow. Well, yeah. So if that's the case, if you haven't really slept, then you do still have fatigue. And in fact, make a to do spirit or make a vigor roll.
Okay.
No. Make a spirit roll at a -1. And that's your fatigue, the -1.
Oh, great. Okie doke. Oops. Dropped one. Not a dat stream without a drop dice. Ooh. Oh, at a -1, huh? So a 3.
Oh, you want to keep it?
Actually, no, I don't, because I've got all sorts of goodies I can use. Yeah, let's go to Benny. Let's reroll that. The spirit is not very good. Okay, there's one explosion. Okay, that's gonna give me a 4.
A 4. Okay, so you have not slept and you are very, very tired, and you can definitely feel it affecting you. But luckily, you didn't get too tired that you are almost exhausted.
Good.
So, yes, you want to do research on the Cabal and on vampires specifically, yes?
Yes. Those are the things that have been sitting in my brain.
So make a research roll.
Dope.
We'll do one and then the other. So let's start with whichever one you want.
Okay. Which one? Where were you having me do first? Werewolves or the Cabal?
Whichever one you prefer.
This one I'll say this is going to be my Cabal roll, is because that's one too. I'm kind of going into it a little bit more just because of Quentin as well, having that nightmare and having to wolf out for everybody. I'm gonna re-roll that one. So another Benny.
Okay.
Really crappy rolls. Holy Jeebus! Oh, another re-roll.
Okay.
Come on, something better. There's an explosion. That's what I'm talking about. That's better. That's better. Awesome. That's an 11 for
An
Cabal
11.
information.
Oh, for the Cabal, that's with a raise. So there's Mina did give you access, especially because you've been with the Department of Mysteries for so long in regards to just kind of knowing where things are and where to look. Whenever you became part of the Rippers department, she did give you access to more information, books and things where you can do more research. And one of those areas is on the Cabal. So there's actually a lot of information on the Cabal. From what you can tell, the Cabal's history is very mixed in with the Department of Mysteries, Rippers. It's all kind of mixed together, and you can tell that there's a lot of kind of interconnection between the two. Is there anything specific within that information that you want to look at?
More information on Jack the Ripper, on how he really tied in to, and then just the connection, if he was at all connected within the department as well too.
Yeah, there's a ton of information on Jack the Ripper. So what you find is that he's actually very, very, very old, and he's actually the originator of what became the Ripper section of the Department of Mysteries, as well as the origin of the Cabal. So Jack the Ripper was, back in the 1500s, was a man known as John Dee. And so you're able to find this information, and he worked with he was essentially a scientist, a consultant for the Queen at the time, and he worked with another consultant, and they happened upon werewolves, and he kind of killed it on accident, and he had never run into that before. And so they took it back and they began to study, and they discovered all of this amazing stuff. And so they realized that there needed to be a specific group that fought these creatures and found them and learned more about them. And it was kind of this back and forth in which his partner wanted to take the pieces from the werewolf and see what they could do with them, and John Dee actually was not super keen on that, but eventually his colleague convinced him, and he started to do that, and they took it to the Queen at the time, so that she could build an army, because what they discovered is whenever you graft different pieces of different supernatural creatures onto yourself, you gain some ability from those creatures. So this is something that could be really beneficial for muggles and wizards alike. The Queen did not like that and turned them down, and did not want to have anything to do with any sort of abomination. And this was very upsetting to John Dee. And in fact, he got into an argument with his colleague and ended up killing him. And from that point on, he started creating different groups. It started with the Rosicrucians was one group that he organized to fight specifically. They fought specifically vampires, is where they began. So you see a little bit of information about that. It kind of grows from there, and there are all these people, these names that you recognize, like Abraham Van Helsing. You do see information on Mina and Jonathon Harker, Count Dracula, on Frankenstein, on a mysterious man named Griffin. a Dr. Moreau, all these folks that came together to work with this Ripper tech. But you also see that there's a lot of disagreement on how things work. There's a lot of disagreement on whether or not you should use Ripper tech. Van Helsing specifically was very against it because he believed that it affected the mind in a negative way. And in fact, that's what happened to Jack the Ripper. You see that he once was good, but to prove that Ripper tech was great, he grafted a lot of different things onto himself and he lost his mind. And him and pretty much everyone else except for Dr. Van Helsing turned to the other side, and they began the cabal to be able to do what it is that they wanted to do. And Jack, what you found originally was killing people because his organs were failing. And so he was finding a way to be able to keep himself alive. But you do see that, in fact, the original Jack the Ripper killings were in, the famous ones, there were many before then, were in 1888. So it's been quite a few years since it happened. And you do see that Mina was a part of it. They killed Jack, they killed Dracula, they killed all of the leaders of the cabal, and the cabal was spread thin. So, I mean, this is almost reads like a novel. There's so much information here. That's the specific information about Jack the Ripper. And you can see how he is very much at the heart of everything. They began the Rippers, which became the department, or part of the Department of Mysteries.
Woo! There's a lot of research in, guys. So much research. A lot of research up in my brain. Awesome.
So, and what did you roll for vampires?
Oh, I was about to do that just now. Ooh, double explosion.
Ooh.
Cool. Takes me to a 10 with a raise.
A 10. Yeah. So, looking at the stuff about vampires, it's pretty. There, a lot of what's here is kind of like the stories tell you. There is Count Dracula, and he was not a good person, and is essentially, from what you can tell, one of the, if not the origin of what feels like vampires, then at least a major player in the organization of them. They are very deadly. You can see that the Rosicrucians were one of the first groups that ran into them, at least in the recorded history that you have here at the Department of Mysteries. You see that once someone becomes a vampire, they're not good. They lose a piece of their soul, if not all of their soul. Who they were before is no longer the same person. Essentially, they die and become some new creature of the night. Beyond that, you can see that the vampires in general are sort of wrapped up. Their history is wrapped up with the cabal and things like that as well. Van Helsing specifically, Mina and Jonathon seem to have interaction with Dracula. And also one other man, and I forget his name. He's an American who came to help as well. So you can kind of see all of that kind of information where they fought and defeated Dracula because he was working with Jack as one of the leaders of the cabal. So it's all kind of mixed together.
Awesome. Yeah, that's how I would see it. Being just it's just like cool. I didn't see notes, write it down somewhere else, flipping through another book. He's just been all over the place the past couple days.
Yeah, there's a lot of information. There's some information about the way the cabal works, but it's not really something that most of the information is more, this is how Rippers worked. This is this group and that group and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it seems like there's a fairly dense history and dense lore about these different types of creatures.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll take in as much as I can in a couple days.
Okay.
Perfect.
Sounds good. Then are you going to sleep at any point? Do you plan to sleep?
Yeah. I mean, Kanan's definitely kind of like Adam in a sense. He sleeps for a few hours and then gets up and does it all over again.
Okay. Well, if you eventually get the equivalent of like a full amount of sleep, at least, then you will get rid of that last fatigue. Otherwise, you will keep it. Fortuna, was there anything that you would like to do at all? Or are you good?
I think I would go visit my family real quick. Like, just slide in real quick.
Okay. Yeah. So, are you going to go to their house, to your childhood home?
Yeah, dog, doing it.
I like it. Yeah. Yeah. If you go there as soon as you arrive, your mother goes, Fortuna, it is so lovely to see you. I did not know you were coming.
Oh, hey, yeah, just stopping by real quick, gonna grab some stuff. It's been a while. Also has a quick question for you about, like, whole department of, mystery thing. I'm not sure. Anyway, have some questions, but just let me pop up to my room real quick. Be like 2 seconds. Da-da-da-da. We'll say hello and, like, give me a minute, please.
Oh, okay. Well, we are making lunch. If you'd like to eat with us, and we can
I'm
check.
not hungry, mother. I'm not hungry. It's the middle of the day. Who eats
but
at, like,
look at
3
you.
o'clock?
You're so thin. You should eat something. We've got like lots of grains and proteins for you that you can eat, and it'll make you feel better. So
I
you
know
don't look
how
like
to.
you're dying.
Oh God, I know how to buy my own food or make my own beef jerky. It's not a big deal. Okay, I'll be right back. I bolt upstairs. I quickly am gonna go to my father's gun room and I'm gonna grab a gun.
Oh, okay. All right. You can do that. Sounds good.
And we can work out what kind of gun later, I guess. I don't know. I'm just
Okay.
grabbing a gun. Just gonna have a gun
Okay.
now.
I like it.
A Victorian gun.
A Victorian gun.
I
Yes.
throw it under my cool cape, and I kind of try to go back outside with out into the main part of the house without my mom, but she's probably just there, huh?
Oh, Fortuna, come to dining room. We have plenty of food ready, and
I just told you I don't want to eat. You never listen to me. I say I don't want to eat. You say please eat. It's just the same conversation over and over. Then is anybody else around besides you, mother?
oh well, I mean the staff is here. I didn't cook this dinner. You think I do this?
No,
That's
I know.
pretty
Obviously, I don't think you cook anything. You don't do shit around this house.
Oh. Well, I take offense to that. I do quite a bit, I'd say. I run this house. I make sure that you have everything you need, even though you never come by and say hello to us.
I have everything I need. How many times do I have to tell you? I have all the things I need. I live in my little house. I'm self-sufficient woman. You know, they say, like, I don't need anything else. I'm good.
But you don't have to do this. You can live here and you can get good job and you can have this drink that I just made for you if you'd like.
I mean, like, normally I would take it, but I'm on the clock, technically. Oh, that's right. That brings me to my other question. So, like, some weird stuff happened lately, and I haven't really had time to, like, ask anybody about it, but I feel like you have something to do with it. I recently got called to be part of the Department of Mysteries, and I feel like, did you do something there?
No. But you got... Now I've lost my accent. Pull over. You got the Department of Mysteries. That's what I wanted for you all the time, and I had nothing to do with it. Did you take the potion? Did you drink that? That's what you did, didn't you? You finally understood that it is so good to drink potion, and you get wonderful job. You know, I know they have great pension there.
I
They
didn't
pay
take
very
the
well.
potion for like the millionth time. I'm not taking the potion. I never want to take the potion. I know you probably gave me some potion at some point in my life. I don't know, without my permission, which is not cool. And I did not want this job at the Department of Mysteries. They keep calling us bad names like Unspeakables, and then I don't even know why I'm working there. I just got pulled in.
That's the name of the people who work for Department of Mysteries. It's a very important title that you have.
I did not agree to be called Unspeakables by department who I don't even know if I'm really working for them. Still haven't seen paycheck. Kind of crazy if you ask me. Been there for like a week. And okay, I will say there are some pretty okay people that I'm working with. They're not total badzos, but like I just kind of confused about why I'm there. I feel like there's like a prophecy and stuff, and then I don't know. Do you know anything about the prophecy when I was born about like doing I don't know, stopping a trouble or something?
Oh, well, it would make sense that my Fortuna was part of prophecy. You say when you work with good people, is there someone you're interested in, maybe to get married, maybe a cute man, a cute lady? It can be either.
It's just like, no, it's just like, there's like a weirdo who like gambles all the time, and there's like an old lady who's a little mean to us, and then there's like werewolf person who I honestly already met him, and I caught him and let him go because he's just like not all there up there. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody, my mother, it's not important.
Well,
I am
clearly-
strong, independent woman, hunter, and do not need nobody else. I'm good.
Oh, well, clearly you leader then, because it sounds like everyone else is stupid.
I mean, maybe I'm leader. I don't really know. We don't talk about titles in group. It could be anything.
Oh, well, I know you do well. This is what you should have done from the beginning. You could have gone down to the Department of Mysteries and said, give me a job, and they would have said, yes, we are glad to have you.
I didn't even know it existed till like 2 weeks ago. Okay, they like just send Owl. I have to go in town because of Owl, and then they did not even know it exists. It's like secret society or some crap. I don't know.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. We throw a party, yes?
No,
for
we're
you,
not.
Department
We're
of
not doing.
Mysteries.
I'm literally leaving right now. I'm not
Oh,
coming
no,
back.
don't leave.
No,
We have dinner and
I'm
drinks.
No, I'm not doing any of that stuff. You could tell that, and the brother said hello, and I don't look for anything missing upstairs, and I'll see you later. Bye. Don't worry about it.
Fortuna, okay, well, come by more often. We miss you. You make me sad. Fortuna!
All right, you make me sad too, Mom. Bye.
She yells after you. Bye. Okay, be safe at Department of Mysteries Prophecy. So you leave, and now you have a new fancy gun.
Sure.
Don't ever miss it. There were too many of them.
Pew pew.
Ulterior motives I might have had.
Ulterior motives, yes. So you all have had your few days, and about 3 days in, you do get notice from Mina that she would like to meet with you, that there's some new information, and she sets up a meeting with you the following afternoon. So if you all are ready, we can head that direction now. Yes?
Yeah.
All right, so
Yes, Kanan's disheveled. He's getting ready.
okay. So you all arrive at the Department of Mysteries from your various different locations, and you go into, Thomas directs you into the same meeting room that you often have meetings in. And when you go in, you see Mina, but there's also a young man in there with Mina. And she sees you. She goes, oh, yes, come in, have a seat, have a seat. And this young man says, did this work? It did. Oh, hello, it's lovely to meet you all. My name is Jonathon, and I have actually come back to brief you a bit on the information that we have about this potential Jack the Ripper recurrence. So it's lovely to meet you all. Yes, I've heard a lot about you from Mina here. She seems to think fairly highly of you, new Rippers and all that. So please have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. Yes, good. Well, then right to it then. So I wanted to speak with you all a bit about this newspaper article about Jack the Ripper having returned. I don't know how much Mina has shared with you, but we are positive that he is dead and has been dead for quite some time. So this could not be Jack the Ripper, and I did a little bit of research myself. Of course, there's been many lurid tales such as this one that have come about since the original murders, but usually it's just something trumped up by the press to sell papers. This one is very similar to some of the original Jack the Ripper murders, which does strike me as a bit odd, but it isn't exact enough. Jack was a very good surgeon, and these are not the cuts of a surgeon. This is not the work of Jack the Ripper. He was too adept for this. So I do not think that it is him. But we have to make sure that we are keeping track of everything that comes along, because if it is him, well, that is very bad. And he continues to talk on like this about Jack the Ripper a little bit. And then, Thomas actually comes and knocks at the door. And he comes in, and Mina opens the door, and he says, oh, I just thought you might want to see this. And he actually brings a newspaper in. And that newspaper says, Well, it says what this newspaper says right here. It says New Ripper letter. Read all about it. A new letter has been delivered to George Lusk, formerly chairman of the Whitechapel Vigilance Committee during the original Ripper murders back in 1888. The original From Hell letter had been delivered to Lusk also. Here is the letter in full. Dear boss, it's been a while, old chum, but here I am. I ain't done, not by half, in fact. I'm just getting started. You heard me from hell, but now I'm back in my old stamping grounds. I am not alone. My friends will be back too. Watch out. I ain't going to quit ripping till I have my revenge. You're all fair game now. Be seeing you, boss. Jack. So Jonathan reads this and he passes it around to all of you, and he turns to Mina and he says, that does actually sound a bit more like Jack, and that is not good. I should probably do a bit more digging. I will go and do that, and I will be back with you shortly. And so Mina, they speak a little bit, and Mina says, of course, and I will be waiting here for you when you get back. It's lovely to see you. You can tell that they seem very happy to see each other. It seems like it has been quite a time, and you all have never met Jonathan before, so you don't know how long it has been since he has been gone. So he takes his leave of you, and he says, it was lovely to meet you. I will see you soon. And he goes off. And Mina turns to you, and she says, well, as you can see, there is a lot going on right now. Well, while we wait for Jonathan to return with hopefully good news, I wanted to just kind of go over everything that happened with Sir William Banks. I want to thank you all for your wonderful detective work. You did a very good job, and we learned at least who was the murderer. However, unfortunately, Mr. Jellicoe did get away, and we have yet to apprehend him, but hopefully he will just disappear and we won't have to deal with him at all. The other three Unspeakables that were part of the prophecy team, we did let them go and obliviated them, so we do not have to worry about them any longer. One thing that we did gain from this particular trip, which was quite helpful, is that we are almost completely positive now that Egyptologists and Egyptian artifacts are being targeted, but we don't know why. We assume it is the Cabal. Who else would it be at this point? I suppose anything is possible, but in the meantime, while we are waiting for Jonathan to return, I saw that one of the members there, Mr. Jellicoe, was a member of a cult of a pet. We do not know much about this cult, which strikes me as odd, so I wanted you all to maybe spend some time looking through the library that we have here to see if you can find any information about it. And I also felt that I should probably share with you what happened to the other two groups from the prophecy. That is, of course, if you wanted to know. Yes, okay.
Yes, please, Mom.
They're dead, right? Like, they died?
Well, yes, they did die. The first group, where they were investigating is a grave robbery in the Kingstead graveyard here in London. And it was a stormy night, but somehow they, all four, not to laugh, but were struck by lightning. That, while could be considered an accident, seems very specific. The other four were investigating the local museums and universities, anything that has anything to do with Egyptian artifacts. And there was a nearby construction zone that they somehow fell into a pit and were all bitten by venomous snakes. So as you can see, these things could be called accidents, I suppose, but they are too specific and too close together. It seems that someone is trying to get rid of my Unspeakables, specifically associated with this prophecy, but I don't know who else knows that. So, to say the least, I don't know how it is that you all are still here, except that maybe you were in the right place at the right time. I don't know.
Mina,
I think you're lucky. Yes.
didn't you say that there were only 4 that are part of this prophecy?
Yes, there
So-
were.
Wouldn't it be right to assume that it must be us four, and that's why we're still alive?
That is my best guess. That, or it's one of those instances with prophecies that the prophecy makes itself true, in that it's just happenstance that becomes reality. I don't know, but either way, it does seem that you four are the four at this point. You are the only four left, and I don't intend on creating any more groups. So, it is important that you know that, and it is important that you understand that it appears that your life is in grave danger. Of course, being an unspeakable, that is true anyway, but it seems that it might be even more so true for the four of you. So it is important that you are careful.
Okay, stay away from rainy graveyards and avoid pits and the fallen pit. Find snake, grab snake by back of head. Lots of people don't know this. Don't grab by end of tail. They can still get around you. Grab by back of, right by the head, by the neck, and then you're good. So I think, these two groups, they just super unlucky or don't know how to deal with snakes.
Yes, that one of those two things. But it's good to know how to handle one if one comes up. Though I still find it a bit strange that four full-grown wizards could not handle four snakes, which is worrisome to me. But we'll worry about it when we need to. So in the meantime, if you all would do a bit of research on the Cult of a Pep, and anything else that comes up for you, I would greatly appreciate it. And as soon as Jonathon returns with any information, I will come and let you know. Yes?
Nina,
Yes.
speaking of Jonathan, who is that man? I've never seen him before. I just want to get some more information on him, especially since it seems like you have a nice, kind relationship between the two of you.
Oh, well, yes, he is a very good man. He does a lot of work for the Department of Mysteries remotely, running different groups, checking in with different groups that we have, different colleagues and such. He does love his work, and I love mine, but it keeps us apart, which is unfortunate. But he seems to be doing well, though the circumstances that have brought him back are not the best. At least he is here, and it has been lovely to be able to spend some time with him these last few days.
I see.
Oh, so there's some long distance thing happening. I see what's going on there. Ah, Kanan, this makes a lot more sense now, whenever... oh, never mind.
Husband, yes. So,
How are we supposed to know? We just got here, really.
Yeah. I mean, take heart, Kanan. She didn't say that's my husband to begin with, so maybe you still have a chance.
a chance?
What?
Well.
Oh no, just a chance of speaking, Mum. A chance to get to know Mr. Harker and work side by side with him. Yes, that's what they meant. That's what they meant.
Yes. He is a very brilliant man. You could learn a lot, and vice versa, I'd say. So, yes. But, well, work calls, as is always. Feel free to
Mina,
use the library.
speaking of work,
Oh, yes.
I was trying to find you the past couple days, and I just couldn't find you in your office. I was just wondering, is everything all right?
Oh, yes. This potential resurgence of Jack is upsetting, to say the least. He was the most formidable foe that we have ever had to fight. So it would be very bad if he had returned. But beyond that, I've spent some time with Jonathon, so it has been nice to step away for a few days. Thomas is very, can handle things quite well in my stead whenever I must step away. So that is where I was. But I apologize if you were trying to look for me. Is there anything important that you needed to discuss?
No, perhaps we can discuss it at a later date. But I'm glad you had a nice time with Jonathan. He is a very nice man. I'm very jealous.
Oh.
I nudge Kanan. At least somebody's getting something around here, you know what I mean?
All right, Mina. We will thank you for all the information, and we shall start doing our studies.
Yes, of course. Well, you know where to find me. And she kind of leaves the office.
I whisper to Fortuna, with Jonathan.
Also, another reason why it didn't quite work with her. Is married woman. Yeah, don't step on any toes on that one.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have known that, Keenan, going in there. I mean, you were the one with the plan. Definitely wasn't us who told you to do that. You did all by yourself.
Katie, we were just asking you to flirt with her, not.
And
ask for her hand in
I
marriage.
tried my best, and it wasn't like I was attempting. I told you all that's not what I do. I do research. I like
Clearly
to
not.
read. I mess with clocks and time. And
Remind me to find you a book on flirting for next time we need you to flirt with women.
I don't think that's the pressing matter right now, is it? My love life.
Well, we don't know what's in the cards. You know what I'm trying to say? I can't. I'm gonna start crying.
So, Kanan, you know this library that Mina is talking about, and you are probably the only one who knows the way. So,
Yeah,
you can lead everyone there if you so choose.
Yeah, I'll definitely lead everyone there. Probably swing by my office really quick because there was a couple books that I had taken from the library that I've already read through, taken my notes. Just get some more books.
Sounds good. So, you all can do some research on just to see if you can find anything about the cult of a pep. So if everyone wants to make a research roll, if you don't have research, you could also do a common knowledge at a -2.
Can I? I was gonna say, can I?
Yay, nerd stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I, like, during research of the cult of a pep, I also want to see if there's any connection or words that tie in with Egyptian artifacts or mummification, like just any sort of tying into words of Egypt or anything such as that. And it's good because that's sort of like all the artifacts and things that have been taken. Just anything if the cult of a pep has anything. I'm gonna deal with that. Ooh! Explosion! Ooh! Explosion!
Whoa!
Ooh! 13! Yeah!
Wow,
Research
13.
boy!
That
Also
is 2
exploded twice. Heck yeah.
All right, what did everybody else get?
1.
1, okay.
21.
Oh, wow.
Damn!
At least it's in character. I got a dirty 1, and I think it's because no one told Fortuna how to spell this word we're looking up. I don't know what it is or how to spell it.
Yeah, so Fortuna, you're just like picking random books and looking through them, and you're finding other things that are really fascinating that have nothing to do with any of this, but you just have yet to find a pep anywhere or a cult or anything like that. And Raven, you're having similar luck. Part of it is because you just keep finding things that look really interesting and you continue to read those and you're learning a lot, but it's not about the cult of a pep. But Kanan, you do actually find a little information, and you actually don't even have to search for the connection in Egypt. It is Apep was an ancient Egyptian deity who embodied chaos and was thus the opponent of light, order, and truth, and he often appears in art as a giant serpent. So that is some information that you find. You also find that Apep was reviled by the ancient Egyptians. He wasn't worshipped. He was also reviled by their gods. Apep was essentially an evil incarnate and was the enemy of Set, another Egyptian god, of course. So you find some information just kind of along those lines. Zelda, you find another book that also talks a little bit about Apep. You see a few entries about him, and you see that there is a lot of information about the fact that Apep is a very, very old demon from like the dawn of time, as far as you can tell within the Egyptian mythology. And that after a terrible struggle in which all of the Egyptian gods confronted Apep with their combined might, he was vanquished. He was banished by their unyielding light of the Egyptian sun, which is bound by Ra's magic. And he was condemned to an eternity in exile. It seems though the thing that really stands out to you, Zelda, is that there are no specific entries for cult of Apep. There's just information about a pet. So if there is a cult, it either is new or it is very secretive, or there's just not a lot of information specifically about it. But you do see that a pet pops up again and again throughout history, speaking to men's minds, trying to turn them to help him for unimaginable rewards. So it seems like he's sort of embodies in mythology this like this whispering voice, even in his exile, that pops up here and again, that seems to affect various different things, at least from what this book says.
I think Zelda starts off like sharing this information with everyone, and then looks up and sees Raven's not super helpful, and looks up later and sees that like Fortuna is doing her best, and basically just sort of leans in conspiratorially and like is only having this conversation with Kanan now.
I like it. Yeah, so that's the general information that you guys have been able to glean, and you all have been here for a little bit now. Just kind of, there's an amount of books that you have out on the table, and you hear a knock at the door, and Mina comes in and she says, you can tell she looks a little bit flustered, and she says, there's been another murder, and in the past with the Jack the Ripper murders, they didn't know who we were, but we did work closely with Scotland Yard, and they've actually called and asked for each of you by name. So I'm going to need you to go down there and speak with them. Now remember, these are the Muggle police, so they do not know of wizards, so keep that in mind. And that is where we will take our mid-show break.
Oh no!
Back to what happens next.
That's too fast.
Before we do that, let's check in with chat real quick and just see what chat is. How do you feel, chat, about taking this break right here, right now?
I'm so sorry, Megan. Me and we just don't know how to spell this god's name. Is it A-P? What is
it's
it?
Just A-P-E-P.
A-P-E-P? Okay.
Yeah.
A-P-E-P. Yep.
But oh god, I was losing it. I was like trying to like beat Zelda,
Peepums killed me.
Like Pappy killed me, and then Peepums destroyed my soul and sent it into oblivion.
It's a pep.
Last week I spelled it with like an O, and I was like, what the
Oh, pop.
what am I doing in my life?
Pep, Apophis. Different names.
Scott Denuzo throwing Raven under the bus. He says, I have a plan. We use Raven as bait.
Oh.
And then ...
Excuse.
It's because I'm the lady of the night.
Oh, I get that now.
Oh my god, I love this thing that it's Lucas Martinez says, Fortuna, hey guys, I found a book on how to destroy a Horcrux. Is that helpful?
When would that ever be useful?
We don't need this shit, Fortuna.
Who knows?
Gosh.
Shout out to McCranky Stank. Mina, sus AF. I'm voting her off the ship. Yeah, right? She's like, no, I was over here.
Mina's so winky sometimes. I'm just like, is she gonna kill us?
Yeah.
You never know with her. Oh, it's Lucas Martinez also says, I'm gonna laugh if the epic show comes down to Kanan having to flirt with a vampire Jack the Ripper.
This is the only content I'm here for now. Please.
Only you can change the story, chat.
Only you. Let's see. What are you guys doing over here? Oh, these follows, I think we have already said.
Yes.
Just double checking. I do see that Artemis2814 did make a donation. Thank you, Artemis, and hello!
Artemis.
Hello, Artemis. Thank you for being here.
My cranky said giving you a wonderful compliment, Megan. Truly a wonderful camping world you've created, and we all agree.
Yeah.
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
It's spooky and fun. Very spooky.
Well, I couldn't do it by myself. These four also very much helped with that world. So. You bring it to life. All right. Well, we will be back to find out what has happened next in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for these fun messages.
Yay!
Captain, are you singing?
No. Please go about your business.
I thought it was wonderful.
Really? Well, would you care to join?
I'll follow your lead.
Wait, singing? I'm in.
Me too!
Things in space.
Things in space.
Things in space.
Things in space, in space. I'll just go study something.
It's over, bitches. No amount of glitter can save you now.
So, right about now you're probably thinking, hey, let's just reason with them. I'm sure we can come to some sort of understanding. But I'm bashing something today, and you might as well let it be them.
I'm ready to follow you into battle. My sword raised to the heavens.
You don't have a sword.
My courage shall be my sword.
Oh. Do you think they'll give me a timeout so I can find a sharp stick?
Crag, just do your thing.
Go.
hello again. Welcome back. I see you caught me reading my Table Fables book. You know why? Because we need to do some wild magic on a couple of folks here. Yes, let's find out. So in the midst of you all researching all of this, something strange happens. Let's start with Fortuna. Let's find out what strange thing happens to Fortuna. Ooh, 12. Oh, okay. So as Mina comes in and is telling you all of this, you try to respond, but when you try to talk, nothing comes out of your mouth, Fortuna. It's like your voice is entirely gone. You are mute now. All right. Let's find out what happened to Kanan real quick.
Ooh, that sucks for
she's like our face, though. She's our talker.
Just clapping into the wind.
Clapping into the wind. 49. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Kanan, you are calm and complacent for the next hour. Just completely, like, nothing phases you for the next hour. And Raven and Zelda, you first of all notice that it got quiet, and everybody, things just seem a little strange in here all of a sudden. You just feel a difference, and Mina comes in and says that, and I don't know, something just seems a bit odd. Raven and Zelda, make a common knowledge roll. Ooh.
Okay. Oh, gosh. I'm going to use a Benny and do a reroll.
Okay.
These rolls are awful. Nope. Say the thing.
Okay.
Got 3, 4, 5. I have a 5 too.
Nice. Both of you all you guys have had some time just kind of sitting in here, and you notice this shift all of a sudden in the midst of looking up this information. And the reason you notice it is because it's more than just silence or an easygoing attitude. It's an energy shift. And this, both of you kind of simultaneously in your two different ways, remember that Professor Harmsworth, the professor back that you had to save from the docks a few days back, he mentioned something about some kind of aura that he noticed around specifically you two at the time, and that he had seen that around some of the artifacts but never around people, and it's like some kind of distortion. And remembering that, and remembering what he was specifically referring to, which is your eyes and that vision that you had, Raven, specifically, you recall that feeling, and it kind of, you notice it from those two.
Can you remind me of the vision? Did I just see the figure? It was just the figure, yes?
The vision that you had was a snake that seemed to be trying to get away in a forest and then flew off a cliff.
Does anyone else feel this strange energy? Aura? It just seems odd.
Actually, I do.
Nothing seems odd to me. Everything seems fine.
Fortuna claps.
Well, that seems concerning.
What?
Up top.
Right. What is wrong with you, Fortuna? Just speak. Tell us what you need to tell us.
Did you have a bad bit of jerky? Here's my problem. Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
I was simply going to say, this could be a hex, some sort of terrible spell or jinx put on to our dear associate, but honestly, it's a bit of a relief. So maybe if we try to figure it out a little slowly.
Right as Zelda says that, with your frustration, Fortuna, all of a sudden you go, "Ugh!" and your voice seems to have come back.
Not cool, you guys. Okay. Look at you enjoying a silent Fortuna. Is not very okay. Well,
look, Kanan looks super at peace with all of this. I'm not the only one that was enjoying that moment.
You know what? It was fine when you couldn't talk. It's fine that you can talk. I feel good about the decisions you're making in your life. So you do you.
Who is this person? It's not Kanan.
Yeah, what is that?
Clearly he's possessed by something else.
I'm gonna cast Revelio in the room in case I can see anything or an aura.
Go for make your roll to cast Revelio. But in the meantime,
Yes.
Artemis 2814, you want a copy of Rippers.
Yay! PDF Power winner! Congratulations, Artemis!
Congratulations!
Congrats!
Yes, don't forget that you can enter for those, and you can have your very own Mina. All right. Yes, your Revelio.
Wow, I'm rolling real bad today. So 4.
Just at -1.
It's a -1. 3.
Would you like to re-roll?
Okay, since I've gotten so many. Okay, explosion.
Nice.
7, 8.
We love to see it.
1, 7.
Yeah, you cast Revelio, and you're specifically just looking to see if you can find anything that could be causing this energy. Basically, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah. Like what is going on? Yeah. Someone's secretly doing something? I mean,
you don't see
or the snake from this memory. The snake is maybe hiding behind something and he's doing this. Or she.
So you cast this spell just kind of in the room, and you don't really find much. You do kind of there is an aura. It's almost like you can see it, but not quite. You feel it, almost like you can see it, and you see it specifically currently around Fortuna and Kanan. But it almost looks like it's dissipating, and it doesn't look like magic you've seen before. It seems kind of like, I don't know, like a distortion is sort of how it was put, like almost like it's affecting reality, but you can't be sure.
Zelda, you see that, right? I'm not in a memory right now, correct? You look at the two of them and do you see that?
Do I? Just to confirm.
Do you see it as
the
well?
distortion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if yeah, I'd say so. I mean, you cast Revelio. It's not just for the one person. In fact, you all see it. And Kanan, make a common knowledge roll to +2.
Common knowledge, huh? Lord knows Kanan's got a lot of that common knowledge. Damn. That's gonna be a 4.
4. Yeah, looking at this, it actually seems very familiar to you. This is sort of an after effect of what you've seen in the past of things related to traveling through time or changing things in time.
Yeah. Could be me messing with it. Could be just the timing of things right now, but I mean, I don't know the actual answer, but whatever the answer is, I feel good about whatever it is. Yeah, I'm feeling good about this research right now as well. Too. And you're all looking at me and Fortuna like we're really weird. I mean, we're just. Oh, look, I'm glowing as well too. There's a little bit of a glow. Okay, I'm all right with this. Are you all right with all this? Because I feel all right with all of this.
All right, remember.
All right, good.
Wait,
Right,
wait,
right.
Kanan.
Yeah.
Remember, there's no magic that exists right now when we need to talk to the muggles downstairs. So don't act that way.
Act in what way? I just feel good. I feel all right with how everything's going on.
Maybe this is like some of his weird werewolf stuff. I don't know, but hey, listen, Kanan, you gotta snap out of it, buddy. We got the work to do.
I still got about, check my pocket watch, about 52 minutes left of feeling good, so, yeah.
That was so specific.
Yep. Very
Well,
specific.
no, wait, look, Professor, right here. You know, you can see in my pocket watch here. Here, I'll show it to you right there.
Don't be close to me. I don't want this at all. This is a bad interaction for me. Thank you.
I've got the other one as well too.
No.
No, all right.
If your laissez-faire is catching, I don't want any part of it. And she like sweeps her scarf across her face and then starts walking downstairs.
I like it. Okay, so the four of you, as Mina said, were requested to come down essentially and speak with Scotland Yard in regards to this most recent murder. So you do that very thing. And they actually, Mina tells you to go all the way down to their office. So you all head down there, and when you come in, there are a few different people who they all kind of eye you whenever you come into the office, or the police station, I suppose is a better way to put it. And you were asked to speak with, let's see, who you were looking to speak with. It was very obviously, oh, come on, give me the
I know
right
what you're doing.
Name generator.
I feel this. I love it.
Alfred Ward is
nice.
who we're supposed to speak with, yes. And so whenever you find him, he kind of goes, oh, yes, why don't you all step into my office here? And he kind of gestures into his office for you all to come in.
Yes, we would love to step into your office and talk to you. Good.
Well,
Yes, this is a very normal thing we do. Go into office. Hello.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming down here. I take it you obviously have heard what it was that I requested you down here for. So the first thing I need to know is, where were you all earlier today?
I've been here all day. I mean, I think the rest of us have been here all day.
I was at Mother's house.
Okay.
That's it.
Traveling via train.
I've been at the department all day.
Everyone, make me a persuasion roll.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
My
Dear
persuasion's a
D6s.
D4.
5 for me.
5, okay.
Is 2 a failure? Because I could use a Benny.
2 is a failure, yes.
Okay, I will re-roll that.
Okay.
Critical one!
Oh, I got a...
Yo, no, that's a crit fail, huh? Okay, a 4, a crit fail.
Oopsie.
Nothing to that, right, Megan? Just that'll be a 5 for me.
5, yeah, nothing to that. Okay, so as you say all of that, Detective Ward here, he kind of narrows his eyes. He goes, all right, I didn't necessarily think that you all had anything to do with it. I'm not so sure about what train is it that you took, Miss Zambini, is it?
It's Zabini. There's no M.
Oh, Zabini, yes, right. Where was it that you went, and was there anyone who was with you?
No, I'm incredibly old, and my husband passed years ago. It's very sad. It was, oh God, my memory is not what it should be. Left from King's Cross. Cannot remember.
Miss Zabini, don't you have your ticket? Your ticket? Your train ticket? Can you just show him that?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure I have it in here somewhere. And I'm just gonna like lean over and whisper like, I was on the Hogwarts Express.
Yes. Well, all right. I mean, I think that, all right, listen. I need you all to come down to this crime scene and have a look. Yes?
Of course. Were you trying to blame us for this murder?
Well, we don't know who it is. We've taken the body to the mortuary, but for now, you all can come down to the crime scene, see if anything jumps out at you that we missed.
Things jumping out at us, so we're expected to be attacked by something.
Oh, you idiot, Kanan. That is a figure of speech. Even I know that.
Oh, you mean information jumping out? Ah, that's a good plan as well, too. Yes.
Detective, I have a quick question for you. Why did you specifically ask for the four of us? Were you not capable of finding all clues by yourself?
Joke, is it? Yes. You know, that is
No,
for
I
me
don't
to
know. Just a question.
It's for me to know and you to find out, isn't it? And he kind of gestures out the door.
I don't know, is it? As I go out the door.
And yeah, so you all go out, but he specifically eyes you, Zelda. Just really seems to be keeping an eye on you. Yeah, so he gestures to a carriage, and they drive you all down to it looks like a pub, and then they direct you to an alleyway behind that pub, and there are a fair amount of officers that are about. They've cordoned off the area, and he says, all right, well, as I said, we've moved the body, but here are a few things for you to have a look at and see what you think.
Why would you have removed the body if you wanted us to study the scene?
Well, I think you should just see what's here. There are a few things. The coroner already came through. We wanted to get it out of here as fast as possible, as it is in very bad shape.
All right. Show us.
So, everyone make a notice roll.
Okay. Dice, please get it together.
I know, my dice stuck today. For me, it's a 3.
3, okay.
I also got a 3.
3, wow. Okay.
That's gonna be 8 with 1 explosion.
Ooh, an 8 exploded die. Okay. So, Raven and Zelda, you all are just like, you don't want to look at a crime scene. This is a lot. And so, and everything seems weird, and you're dealing with muggles, and there's just a lot going on. So you've kind of stayed back a little bit. But for Kanan and especially Fortuna, I mean, you're not used to dead bodies or that kind of gore per se, but you are a hunter, so it doesn't initially strike you as upsetting. And Kanan, you're a researcher, you're a scientist, you're just interested in what's happening, except, you know, you could go either way currently, really. But looking about, Fortuna, the first thing that you see, as you kind of turn a corner, there is a wall, and written in blood across it is "Remember Ponari." That is Poenari. And I mean, it's written blatantly up there. And then what else do you notice? I think that's really what you focus on specifically. Kanan, you see that as well, but you also look down to kind of see the area. You can tell there's sort of blood splattered in a few different places on the ground. And you find a ticket of some sort. If you look at it closer, it seems to be a ticket for the visitors gallery in the House of Commons. And then you also find a small leather pouch. Would you like to open it?
Yeah, I'm finding clues. Might as well. I feel good about this.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
let's do this.
open the pouch, and inside it has a few farthings, a silver American dollar, and a folded piece of paper on it, which is scrawled, "Meet us tonight behind the Rose and Crown." And the 4 of your names are listed on that page. And as you see that, you see the Detective Ward, and he's really looking at you. He says, "Yeah, so what do you think of that?"
Well, I'm not quite in tune with it, but don't actually know who this man might have been. But looking like they want the four of us to be there, or perhaps maybe they're looking for the four of us. That I can't quite be.
You all remember as you arrived, now that you see this name, that you're actually pretty sure the name of the pub that this is behind is the Rose and Crown.
Ooh.
Meeting behind it.
I have to admit, this sounds real suspicious for the four of us. But, Detective, we definitely were not here murdering anybody, any ladies or anything. Also, I don't know what this word on the wall is. But remember, what is this word here? I cannot read it.
I was hoping you would know, to be entirely honest. We don't know what that means either. Kanan, you can make I'll say common knowledge roll or a research if you want at a +2. Anyone else who wants to try, let's see, Fortuna and Zelda, you all could probably make a common knowledge roll at a -4. Raven, you could do one at a -2.
Get a re-roll.
Okay.
Reroll.
Rerolls.
3 for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll and see if I can do better.
I'm gonna re-roll again.
All right, my 6 exploded. 7 -4 is still a 3.
Oh my gosh! Damn it.
Oh wait, no, I can spend a Benny to add +2.
Only for spellcasting rolls.
Oh, beans. Yeah, no, I got 3.
That's gonna be a 6.
3. Okay, so all of you kind of try to think about it. Does that name stand out? No, or is it what is it? An object? You don't know. But Kanan, you are looking at it, and because your mind just feels so clear and calm, and you're not, disturbed by even this blood is fine. You're fine with this blood. You go, oh, I just read something about. Oh yes, that was the castle that Dracula was killed in.
I'd be like, after my research, yeah, that's Dracula. Empire Lord Dracula, man. That was his castle. I was reading that in a book the past couple days.
Oh, okay. Well, what does some sort of fantasy book castle have to do with this? Any thoughts?
I don't know. There were really quick, Megan. Was that the Jack Ripper thing? Was that in a Muggle newspaper, or was that in a Wizarding newspaper that we saw?
That one was the information that you read at the Department of Mysteries. That specific information about
the newspaper headline that Mina showed us about Jack.
No, that one was in the newspaper.
That one was
so they know about Jack, or they're investigating this Jack the Ripper murder, but Honari is not something that you saw. No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, perhaps it could. If I saw a newspaper as well too of Jack the Ripper being back, unless he's just trying to be scarier with it. From everything I read about him before, he was quite terrifying. But throw in some fantasy werewolves in there, and you got yourself a conspiracy or something very scary to look at.
I suppose. I don't know. It seems seems strange. I'm still a bit unsure about your colleague there, Miss Zabini. Zabini, I believe it is.
Before you start pointing fingers at one of the oldest ladies that you know, I just have to say, sometimes people like to set each other up for destruction. So perhaps maybe someone had planted this bag with a note of our names because maybe they wanted to set us up. Don't always assume it's the people that you read off the note, Constable. And plus, Miss Zabini can barely walk sometimes, so I doubt she could probably kill someone. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we have that
true.
We had the thought that maybe you were trying to be set up. Well, if that's the case, then who would be trying to set you up, you think?
I don't have the slightest clue. I would like to check out the body and see if we can get a better understanding of who died.
Sure, yes, we can arrange that. I can take you there now if you like. Yes?
Luna, Kanan, Zelda, what do you think?
I think it sounds like a fantastic idea, Raven. I think we should follow up on it.
Yeah, it always helps to look at carcass to figure out how they were killed. In hunting terms, anyway.
Yes, well.
And I'm the suspicious one. Let's go.
Yeah, so he still seems a little suspicious of you all, but he did notice that you seemed fairly surprised that your names were on this note. So they take you down to the local corners and lead you in. There is it's kind of like underneath its stone room that has drains and things in the floor. And there are a few different sort of tables, gurneys, with what you assume are bodies covered in sheets. And they lead you over to one. They said, "All right, this is our victim here. We don't know who they are yet, but if you'd like to take a look, go for it." Would you all like to take a look at the body?
Yes, especially when it's raining really hard outside. My goodness.
So as he kind of he nods to the corner, and the corner starts to pull back the sheet, and he's telling you a bit more information. At the same time, he says, "Well, it seems, first of all, it's a bit strange because this is no lady of the night. This is some sort of vagabond, and it's a man, which is a bit strange. I suppose maybe it was a homeless man or something that just was in the wrong place, wrong time." And he's pulling this back, and this body is barely a body any longer. I mean, it is in shreds and tatters, and in fact, everybody needs to make a spirit roll at a -2.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use a Benny.
Benny, okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna use my last Benny.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to use 2 bennies because that was some rough riding right there. Actually, no, I have a reroll, so I'll use that reroll first. Thank you for the reroll.
Thank God.
I'm gonna use another Benny just in case.
Okay.
8.
Oh, explosion, nice.
You know what? I feel good about this, Megan. That's 2 1s, so I feel good.
Oh, you're just gonna keep that?
Yeah, I feel good.
I have a 2.
That's
because
fun
I can't
A
reroll
2.
those. So that's
Yeah.
not good.
What did you get, Fortuna? A 10?
9.
Oh, a 9?
Yeah.
Okay, so Fortuna, this is not a pretty sight, but again, gore doesn't really bother you so much. It's a little startling, but you're fairly used to it. Zelda, you also are able to take sort of an academic approach to this, and while it is disturbing, you are able to keep it together. Kanan, you see this, and you immediately feel your stomach churning, and you just vomit everywhere. But you're okay with it. And when that happens, Raven, you can't handle it, and you feel like you're going to be sick. You are feeling nauseous if you haven't also thrown up your lunch quite yet. When you do that, the detective goes, "Oh, yeah, yes, I think there's some water outside. I did warn you that it's quite gruesome, yes. So, you seem fine, I guess, and just stay over there."
Yeah, hey everybody, let's keep the chunkos away from the body, please. We're trying this whole mystery.
Oh no, Chunko's got on my shoe, but I wiped it off. I'm okay. I'm alright with it.
Constable, would you be such a gentleman and to get me a glass of water?
Oh yeah, I'll take one too, please.
Please.
Yes, sure. And he kind of motions over to a couple of other police that he has and says, "Go fetch them." So, what? Yes.
No, I just need something right now. I was trying to see. Diana's thinking like trying to get the constable out so she can do memory, but it's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No.
Or is that okay?
Yeah. He goes, "Go get." But no. Hold on. These young police officers. I don't know what they're doing.
You're
And he goes
so
over there.
Oh,
And he kind of just walks out of the main doorway. There is still a coroner in here, though. If you all could try to distract him.
Kanan starts heaving again. Just, excuse me, sir. Is there a bucket or a can or something? I'm not.
Yes, and he kind of goes over. He's like, I have a over here, and he kind of leads you over.
And Kanan's doing that, and you guys look over, and he's kind of got like his hand. He's just like motioning me, like, do it.
Nice.
So I'm like holding my breath and casting Legilimens really quietly.
Okay. In fact, make a stealth roll first.
Sure.
Can I assist with the stealth roll?
Yes, you make your support roll before you roll, Diana. So how would you like to assist?
I like this idea of giving a little cloud cover for her and being on the side and just so old, bones of dust.
I have a 5 total.
You got a 5. So Zelda, make let's see, that sounds, what am I trying to think of? You could make, I mean, you really could do a lot of stuff. You can make a notice roll, like you're sort of using it to distract. You could do persuasion, sort of like your...
Let's do persuasion to convince people that I'm old and require attention. Floated twice.
Nice.
13.
13.
Yes,
that is
so old.
2 raises.
Death is imminent.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, you're successful. That makes your roll a 7. So, right? Because you got a 5.
I got a 5. Yeah.
So that gave you a +2. She got 2 raises. Yeah. So you're casting Legilimate. So specifically, what are you looking for? Are you looking for?
Right. The couple of moments right before he died. See what happened.
Okay. So you see that piece of paper that Kanan found, and he's looking down at it, and then you hear some footsteps, and he looks up, and you see this, like this dark shape, got a top hat on, but it's almost like the eyes, they almost are just glinting red. And you see this creepy man who comes around and he says, "Yes, it is me. I have returned." And right as that happens, you see like hands come up, and then just like blood, and then it goes black.
Huh. Wonder why this guy has our names though. Okay.
If you all would like to make a notice roll to see if you can look a little closer to see if you recognize this person, you can. I'll say it a -2 because this person, this man is in shatters.
I'm still over there distracting the coroner with my heaving.
I try to notice, but I do not.
Me neither. A 1.
Wow, nobody noticed, huh? Anyone want to re-roll?
Okay, I'll re-roll.
You re-roll, okay.
Explosion. Perfect.
Oh.
Thank you. That's a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Minus
10.
2. 8.
So an 8. That's still with a raise. So you have this memory, and you're thinking, okay, names, and if this person was looking at the names, then they are maybe know us or have heard of us at the very least. And they seem to maybe know, or at least this man who killed them, if it is Jack, it seems like, and you look a little closer, and you recognize the clothes. This is clothes you just saw, not maybe an hour or 2 ago. You realize who this is, Raven. This is Jonathon Harker.
Oh. I start to throw up, and like almost like tears come down the eyes because now I feel bad for this man and Mina, because I start to cry and I start to shake, and It's Jonathon. It's Jonathon Harker.
What?
It's Jonathon.
How could it be? He was just talking with us moments ago.
Yeah. Oh.
Unless someone put their clothes on him, I don't understand. But these are Jonathon's clothes. I mean, look at it. Look, there's his handkerchief in his pocket. Do you see that? He had that.
Zelda's gonna come over and like grab Raven, very much in the same protective gesture when Raven was like a little kid, from the nightmare, and just we'll figure it out. I promise.
Yeah. And Kanan, you're like, man, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad about it, but perhaps there's a chance. Maybe I don't know. I mean, I feel bad that happened. But I mean, it happened.
Kenan, now is not the time to grow up here, okay? We're dealing with the murder of a friend of a friend.
I didn't say that part out loud.
It's on your face. Your tail's wagging.
Along with some vomit. Yeah.
Okay.
So the constable, the detective comes back in and he says, "Right, he was. Did you discover anything that is helpful?"
Sorry. When did you discover this body? I mean, we just saw this man like 2 hours ago.
You know this man? I mean, this is very fresh. As soon as we found this, we found your names and we called. Who is it?
He's a good friend of the department. I mean, his clothes. These are his clothes.
So you know him then? That's how he has the names.
Right, but that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm just flustered. I need a moment, and I just turn around and walk out.
Okay. All right. Well, this is interesting information. So, Mrs. Meghan Harker, we worked with her before, when there were her and Dr. Van Helsing and a few others in regards to the original Jack the Ripper murders. So that's why we called. Although it's quite strange that you four also work for her. If there's anything you know, you need to tell us. Any information regards to what is actually going on. We don't want there to be any more murders if we can help it. Especially not Jack the Ripper, right?
We literally told you exactly what we knew the moment we knew it.
All right, well, I can have a carriage take you back to wherever it is you want to go, but don't leave town, you know, just in case we need more information from you.
Sure, no problem. We'll get going now.
Right. You can cover the body back up, and he kind of goes and messes with the corner a little bit. But there is a constable who directs you all to a carriage that will take you back to the department or wherever it is you would like to go.
I think it'd be best. I think we should probably go back to the department. As much as I wouldn't want to tell her, and as weird of a situation it feels, especially right now, I think Mina needs to know what happened.
I think the only thing Zelda wants to do is, before everything kind of gets covered back up, she wants to accidentally step in a bit of the mess of it and then wipe off a tissue sample onto her shoe just to double check.
Okay, yeah.
So she has a little spotted, oh no, my boot. I care about that.
Yeah, I think you're able to do that. Are you trying to conceal that you're doing it?
Yeah.
Make a stealth roll at a +2.
Sweet. I'm just bumbling. Oh, no, it's a D4. Oh. 23 plus 2 is a 25?
Mike Jordan +2.
You do that Like, nobody knows you did anything. It's almost like you barely moved, and you have the best sample you could possibly hope for.
Zelda looks kind of upset. She was ready to do a lie. Like, what?
Oh yeah, no one, like, you could look around like, of course somebody saw you. No one is looking at you. It's like they forgot you were there almost.
There's a little look on her face like, I could have done the murder. I'm the knight.
Oh boy, oh boy. All right, so yes, you're able to get a sample, and then you all are heading back to the department, yes? Okay, yeah, so they take you back, and when you arrive, Mina comes out, she says, what did you all discover? Did you find anything that was helpful? I'm very concerned that, I don't think there's any way that Jack could it just isn't, he's dead. He's clearly dead.
Mina, he's not dead. I'm pretty sure I saw him in a memory.
You did?
I think so. He had the same top hat. He's had the same eyes, except they were red and they were glowing like a devil. Unless something has, I don't know, taken over him, but it's him. Unless he's risen from the dead, I don't know.
Risen from the dead.
I don't know. I don't think Fortuna wants me to tell you what happened and who is it, and I don't know if I can handle even talking about it.
Who is what? What do you mean? Who the murderer is?
No. Mina, it is the victim.
Who is it?
It is Jonathon, we believe.
Jonathon?
Yes, the Jonathon that was just here. They found on his person, well, we think it's his bag with the American coin in it and a list of our names, which is why we were called in. But when we saw the body, Mina, it could have been him. It was wearing his clothes.
But he was... How... He was just here. He'd just come back. How can you know? It can't be Jonathon.
Yeah. Can I take out the sample? And I want to cast, I guess this is a reveal spell? Like, I don't...
If you're wanting to essentially see if you can reveal...
Yeah.
It's like a magical...
belongs to.
Yeah. I'll say
I'm even down with, like, can this be divination and just very, very hard to do?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Oh yeah, that's heroic. So you're at a -4.
Yeah. Right. I did not do it. I rolled so low. I forgot I had no bennies left. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't.
You do have a BBBB, but I guess that doesn't help you here. Yeah.
Doesn't super help.
So you do a divination to try and see if you can tell from the sample who it is, and it's not clear enough. This is you have to really focus and direct your energy, and it's very hard to do. And especially from a sample, and you just can't quite see it.
Yeah.
Do we see Zelda trying to do that? Or are you trying to be secretive?
Unless you're hiding, yeah.
No, she'll kind of sit off on the side and attempt to do so.
I was gonna say with how Mina's acting and what Zelda's doing, can I use my BBBB to go back to have her go back 5 seconds to see if she can? I'm just going back in time to see if she can re-roll that.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So yeah, Kanan is actually gonna reach into his one pocket, and this really weird looking necklace thing that he has in his hand. He looks at Mina and he looks at Zelda and just looks at everybody, and he presses it and says Tempus and goes back 10 seconds. So it's just all kind of Mina's back to being upset, and Zelda is just about to try to figure out what this blood is again.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Dice, please cooperate. 10 minus 4 is a 4.
4, that is a success.
Or sorry, 8 minus 4. I can do numbers.
I can't, so it's all good.
Do numbers.
Yeah, that is a success. You are able to really focus your energy to figure this out, and through your use of divination, you are able to confirm that this is indeed Jonathon.
Oh. I wish I could tell you that it was him, Mina.
I will tear the cabal down piece by piece. I will tear each of them down piece by piece. They will not exist ever again. And she just kind of like tears pour down her face, and she looks at all of you, and then she just turns and runs back to her office, passing Thomas as she goes. He kind of is unsure of what is happening, but you four are left in sort of the muggle lobby of the Department of Mysteries, sort of the front entrance, with this knowledge that Jonathon was here so briefly and was murdered so quickly by someone that so many people are terrified of.
And then can you not, I don't know, rewind time a little longer to prevent his death?
I don't think I have that capability. I mean, I've been working on something, but I don't know if I could trust myself and my abilities to try to go back any farther. I'm really sorry. I don't know how I feel about it right now. I still have this very weird feeling in the pit of my stomach. Like this is terrible.
You're weirdly enchanted, so.
Oh.
Yes, and now there's all this dust and everything in the face because we got more donations from Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
And it goes a reroll to everyone and a reroll for Zelda.
Oh, thank
you. And we have follows from Instad3FF88 and Tabletop Santa.
Oh, thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you all so much.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, you all are kind of at a loss here currently. But as you all are having this conversation, and Jonathon comes over and you share the news with him, and
wait.
Oh, sorry, not Jonathon. Thomas. Jonathon.
Ah, there's a corpse coming towards us. It's
gross.
And Thomas comes over and you share, I assume, the information with him, and there's definitely a somber mood about things, but Thomas says, well, this reminds me of the days when the cabal was at the height. If people were dying left and right and disappearing, and it was not a good time. I hope that we are not heading back to that.
Sorry not to interrupt you, Thomas, but why would they be targeting Mina?
Why wouldn't they? Jack, it was this department, from all of its different iterations, that brought the cabal down before, brought Jack down before, including Jonathon. Jonathon and Mina and Van Helsing were instrumental in taking out Dracula. I don't know. There is a lot that is very strange and confusing, and I don't know why now. Why would the cabal, or why would they bring him back now, if not for something that might be coming? I don't know. Nothing makes sense currently.
Thomas, how much do you know about all the Ripper tech that Mina was involved with, and all the other stuff that they dealt with Jack the Ripper and Dracula?
Well, the Ripper tech is not to be used in general, as it makes people mad, and that is what happened with Jack. He was not this way. From the sounds of it, I didn't know him then, but was many, many years ago, but it made him crazy and homicidal, and he is not the only one. It happened to Dr. Frankenstein and to Dr. Moreau and Griffin and many others. Honestly, from the sounds of it, the originals, Dr. Van Helsing was the only one who was able to escape with his mind, but he didn't engage in the Ripper tech. However, his son did, and that is how Johann died as well. Trying to remove it. It is dangerous. I don't know much about it. There are elements of it here and there that people still use successfully. It can work, but it is very, very dangerous and generally accepted, especially within the department, as not worth the risk at all.
Never had anything done to himself.
Who? Jonathan?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not entirely sure. It's possible. Not that I know of. I do believe that Mina did.
Yes, she did. I can see it in her eyes.
Yes. Yes. I don't know that it's something she uses often now, but it was the only way we knew how to fight some of our greatest enemies before. At least from the sounds of it, I was not as instrumental in all of that, but I've been here for long enough to know.
Do you happen to know with this Ripper tech, because one other connection we've seemed to kind of be making is it has all these Egyptian like artifacts and everything. Was there I know there was some bodies, I do believe, that were found through a mummification process, but any Ripper tech from ancient Egypt that perhaps has rejuvenating powers with it. I mean, they've already gone mad. I mean, you know, there's these stories of these old ancient, what they were calling them, pharaohs, I do believe, that hopefully living in an afterlife. But maybe perhaps it's not living in an afterlife, they're actually coming back to life in some way.
If that is true, any sort of resurrection that I've ever heard of is very difficult and requires a very large sacrifice.
We've got that cult of a Pep that is around. Apparently, you know, a Pep, he was all about chaos, a deity of chaos, and as it all looks, it seems like a very chaotic time.
It does seem quite chaotic. I don't know. Clearly there is something that goes together here, but it all seems like random pieces that are happening all at once, apparently.
Thomas.
I don't know. Yes.
What did Amina use that mask for behind you?
Oh, that was the mask she used in the days when she was out in the field more often. It was a way to hide who she was when she needed to. It was a form of protection. It was the mark of who she was, as an enemy to the monsters of the Cabal.
Do you think it would be quite useful if the four of us had something like that?
Oh. I mean, the hope is that that day we'd have to go back to war such as before would not come. But it's possible. It depends on who you speak with. There are different groups of people whom we've worked with in the past that prefer to keep their identities hidden, and it is one way they go about it. They are in America specifically, but it is one way to approach it. It can be better at keeping yourself and your family safe. However, it might be a bit too late for that now, from the sounds of it.
I don't think so. I think Jack is back. And if not one, all of us might be dead if we don't do something about it.
Yes. Yes, well, I say we get to work then, whatever that looks like. I imagine that Mina may be indisposed for a time. So I will go and check on her, and he just kind of bids you adieu and walks down the hall. And you all are still sort of in the entryway of sort of the Muggle entrance. And all of a sudden, this man enters, and he says, "Well, hello there, Miss Zambini, Miss Hemlock, Miss Felix, and Mr. Featherby, is it? Yes. It is lovely to meet you. I am investigating this supposed Jack the Ripper case. So I thought I would stop by, as I did know that the Scotland Yard was checking in with you, weren't they? Just in case you were the ones who did it. I do not believe that you did, as a matter of fact, but I do think you should be very careful in searching for this, because it is quite dangerous. And in fact, I don't think it's Jack the Ripper. I think it is someone who is very real, very alive, and very sinister."
And who might you be?
Oh, I'm sorry, didn't say. Mr. Holmes, Sherlock, it is. Lovely to meet you.
Oh boy, buddy, you sure picked a terrible time to come and introduce yourself to this group here. We're going through kind of a thing right now, and I'm pretty sure you can't possibly know more about this than we do. So, thank you for the advice, but unless you have arrow pointing to culprit, we probably do not need your help.
Oh, well, I do think it is someone quite dangerous. His name is Moriarty. I say you should stay away from him. You must be careful. He is very, very intelligent and clever and dangerous. Indeed.
Hold on, how do you get hold the frickin' phone there. How do you get from looking at bodies straight to name a person?
It is someone I have come across many a time, and in fact, I do think that I could know quite a bit. Just like that gun that clearly you took from, what is it, your home?
Hey, everybody allowed to have a gun. It's a gun-free country. Something good about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it, buddy.
I have no problem with it. I can just tell that I've clearly walked into a somber mood, except for you, Mr. Featherby. You seem quite fine with whatever is happening currently.
Yeah, as of now, I'm content, but I'm not content with it. It's it's been a lot that's happened over the course of a week, especially just now dealing with that body that we were checking out. It was someone that we had just currently met.
You knew the victim?
I wouldn't say new per se, but we had just met him earlier in the day, and then he was off. That was it.
Interesting. Well, you all are seemingly inexplicably tied up in whatever it is that is happening.
Can I do like a notice roll to see if this dude's a wizard?
Yeah, sure.
He's very clever, and I don't trust it.
I would totally think Sherlock Holmes was a wizard.
Yeah,
sure.
right?
Wizard Holmes.
A 4.
A 4. Yeah, you're able to, we'll say you're kind of looking for the telltale signs of wand, certain clothes, things like that. And as far as you can tell, you don't see any. He looks to be like a very smart muggle, as far as you can tell, who either followed you or through whatever his magical brain did, found where you currently are.
They don't make smart muggles, so he's definitely a wizard. Okay.
Mr. Holmes, how did you find us, and why are you trying to help us?
Oh, well, clearly you didn't do it. I mean, that's obvious. It's written all over your faces. But you do seem to be tied into it somehow, and I thought, friend to friend, colleague to colleague, that I might as well warn you to be wary of Moriarty if he does turn out to be the one who is, in fact, behind this.
You said friend of friend, colleague to colleague. Well, someone sent you here. Let's be honest.
No one sends me anywhere I do not want to go. I came here of my own accord. It is something I'm investigating. The Scotland Yard, poor souls that they are, do not know how to do their jobs, and often they call me in to do it for them. And since it's such a high-profile case, well, here I am. But I thought, as it seems, you all have also been called in, and something about this particular place that you work in clearly is not what it seems, though I don't know what it is. But You seem to have some sort of expertise that the Scotland Yard was interested in, so colleague to colleague, yes.
So if you know the name and the kind of person who apparently did this whole big murder thing, why can't you just catch him and turn him into police if you're so smart?
Oh, wouldn't that be grand?
Yes.
Unfortunately, Moriarty is just as clever as I am, and that makes him quite the formidable foe to try and discover a connection to anything that he has done that is illegal. But there are many times he's gotten away with it. Many more. That's what it is.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question then. If you're so smart about knowing this person apparently is involved, what do you know about the Polnari place? And does Moriarty have a connection to that place?
Polnari. That sounds like. Isn't there a castle in Romania or something with that name?
Yes, it's the Dracula story castle.
Oh yes, Dracula. Yes. But I don't know. That is not a connection with Moriarty I've ever heard, but anything could be possible.
Okay, you're basically useless then. Thanks.
Yes. Well, I can tell that you all are not useless.
No, wait. Who is Moriarty? Can you give us a little bit more information on who this person is?
He is. I wish I could tell you. He is an enigma to me. He's hard to come by, hard to find, hard to pin anything on. But he is everywhere, and he is very dangerous. I've come upon him at many a time, and now he seems to have taken some sort of liking to me, which I suppose is unfortunate, all things considered. So that means that often things I'm involved in, he has a hand in.
Right.
Yes. Well,
best thing would be to say to be careful on your endeavors, then, sir. And,
well,
whatever you're searching for.
It seems one way or another, whether or not it is Moriarty, you all have been pulled into something bigger than yourselves.
Definitely seems like it.
Yes, you do seem a bit in over your heads, but I do think that you are fairly capable, though I don't know at what or how. Something is strange, but I do not believe that you are the enemy.
We appreciate that comment, because we are not.
Yes, well, that's good. Anyway, I just wanted to stop by, take a look at you all for myself, and let you know that I do not think you did it, but we are working on the same case. I shall take my leave now, as it seems I have interrupted something quite dire. Oh, and in case you aren't aware, you are being followed. Large fellow, sharp features, left leg slightly longer than the right, red glasses, hasn't slept much recently. And then he sweeps out of the door and leaves.
Ooh, do any of us know who that is?
I don't know. Does the description jump out to anybody as somebody you might know?
Can you say it again? It looks like
this is a test. I'm gonna fail it.
Red glasses, one leg too long.
Can you say it again?
That's all I remember.
Yeah. Oh, and in case you're unaware, you were being followed. Large fellow, sharp features, left leg slightly longer than the right, red glasses, hasn't slept much recently.
Never mind.
Oh.
Yeah, on that, oh no, did I freeze? Okay. Yeah, I'm freezing again slightly. Yeah, on that note, as soon as he walks out, I would want to walk out and I would want to peer outside. As he says red glasses, I know exactly who he is talking about. Yeah. And I want to go out and I'm gonna stick it and I want to look.
Okay. Also, around this time, that apathy is kind of leaving. You're starting to.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why he wanted to go out. He's like, Kanan now comes to his senses. He doesn't feel cool with everything now. Now he's freaked out that he's been okay with everything for the past hour.
Yeah. Make a notice roll to -4.
Oh dang! -2. I got 2 rerolls.
Yeah, we
I got some rerolls. I'm gonna use one. Oh my god, that was almost 2 ones again. I'm gonna use the final reroll. Give me something good, dice. Explosion. I'll take 1. Okay, so 11. Technically -2 because I have a +2 to notice rolls. So it's gonna be a 9.
9. Yeah, that is a success with a raise. So you look around, kind of outside, and the sort of Muggle entrance to the Department of Mysteries is just like it just looks like a boring building that's maybe slightly abandoned but not entirely abandoned. It's just kind of, it's very nondescript as much as it can be. Looking out here, you don't really see anything out of the ordinary. However, there's sort of this like little park nearby. There's some bushes and things like that. And if you go over there, you can see that it looks like some of the like leaves, the flowers in one particular area have been trampled almost. And if you look kind of from that position back towards the Department of Mysteries, it's a really good viewpoint there. You don't see anyone there, but it seems to your eye and to the scent that you can pick up that someone was fairly recent. And a fairly familiar scent at that.
Kanan gets out there, he looks around, and when he notices like he can't see who he's looking for, he just kind of growls a little bit too loud. Not just like under his breath, but just like a and he walks right back to the building.
Okay. Melicourt froze there for a little bit.
Right on my face.
Yeah, so you go back, and I assume everyone is still kind of in the lobby. Do you tell them what you discovered?
Yeah, it's him. The one following us is him. It's Quentin, the one from my nightmare. He's the one. He's following us, and I can't get away from him.
Are you okay?
No, it does make sense though, because he, all the time before he bit me, he was always talking about the Cabal, and go figure that the Cabal is now coming back into it now. We're going into everyone's nightmares. He's sitting there chasing us. We see something happening in Raven's nightmare about some vampires dealing with the Cabal. People are trying to kill us. Jonathon Harker is now dead as well too, and I'm starting to lose my mind. I'm sorry.
Kanan, calm down. You don't want to unleash anything upon us right now.
No, I do not. And then he kind of looks up, and like his one eye is brown. Like both eyes are like brown, like right now. I mean, he's like just trying to calm his breathing, and then he closes his eyes again, and just keeps them closed. And he's just like, I'm sorry, but you cannot trust that man, and him being around. I just feel like even now, I could even be putting all of us in danger as well too, because who knows what kind of influence that he has. He's been trying to influence me into joining the Cabal for years, and him being around and watching us is never a good sign. I'm sorry, it's...
Well, listen, Kanan, I can see your concern, but I'd like to remind you that even though it was Nightmare, we were able to help you not become werewolf. I have clearly dealt with the werewolf thing already a couple of times. You just covered it up. It's not a big deal. The other thing is that this Cabal that you all seem to know a lot more about this than I do, but seems like this is bad. So if you don't want to join, just like don't do it. And it seems like our whole mission now is turned to investigate them and to defeat them, is what Mina screamed when she went down the hallway. So I think in one way or another we're going to confront your demon, who is, I guess, a man following us.
Oh, he is. Quentin Carroll. Keep that name in your heads. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Fortuna, and I know at the time too, you found me at a very rough spot a few years ago. I have a reminder of that as well.
Yeah, you're very sad. I mean, I let you go because you're so sad.
But you had shot me at that same time. I do have the scar on my shoulder from it.
I mean, you're fine now, so why would you even bring it up? Oof. What a sort of loser.
Not really a sore loser on that, but we came to an understanding at that time, but you did let me go at that time because you knew what this beast does to me on the inside, and just I do know from the little I do know of the Cabals, and from what Quicken told me, is that werewolves, especially bitten by one of the Cabal, you're meant to join them. They were always saying that you're supposed to join them, and if you don't, that there are going to be consequences. And I've never wanted to run towards something like that. I've always run away from him and from whatever opportunity he wants to try to give towards me with it. So I don't want that opportunity to come up again. I don't want him to put you in an opportunity as well.
Oh, no werewolf is going to bite me. Don't even worry about that for like 2 seconds. But it does seem like if he has the power to compel you to do something, then perhaps we need to do some research about how to prevent that. I mean, like, hey, half of us here are decent wizards. It's not me, but, you know, someone here, this side maybe.
Miss Felix, I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
Oh, are you going to have a sidebar? What's up?
Oh, no. Sorry, did I interrupt sidebar?
No.
No.
We're all here.
No, Kanan was just speaking out to like everybody. Yeah, he wasn't sidebarring at all.
Yeah, I was saying, are you gonna make a new sidebar?
Oh no! She'll just say it out loud. Okay. I had to run back to Hogwarts on my break. You are a much better wizard than any of your teachers ever gave you credit for. I understand full well if you decide that you do not want to use your spells, but do not carry the illusion that you are anything other than an extraordinarily capable witch in your own right.
Oh yes, this I know. But also the thing is, you can be good at something and then like be better at other thing, and I'm very good at kicking doors. So you know, it's sort of like personal choice, like life choice.
As long as you know it's a choice.
Yeah, I mean, I could work on spell more, but hey, listen, I've been out of school for a while, and I don't like reading books. It really sucks.
That's
so.
fair.
But anyway, Kanan, listen, buddy, we can fight this together. Maybe by yourself you were scared. You can see why you weren't doing that great. But now we're all here together. We've got some powerful allies now, and I think we can really kick this Cabal thing in the bud.
Right there in the bud. That's right.
I don't know the phrasing, so I just used a word that came out of my mouth.
I appreciate it. You know, you did tell me that once upon a time as well too, Fortuna, and I am grateful that you are back here, someone that I could definitely trust. Brought me out of that dark time before, but it's more or less just the dark feeling for all of you. And I wouldn't want any of you to have to experience something like that. But no, I mean, all of us, as long as we all stand together, I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
So you all have been left with a lot of strange things. You met Jonathon and then found that he had been murdered, and discovered that indeed it does seem that Jack the Ripper has somehow returned. You met a detective who seems to believe in your innocence and just wants to help or scope you out. You're not entirely sure. And you've discovered that Quentin Caros seems to potentially be following you, but you have no idea why beyond the usual reasons. But why now? And what does it have to do with anything else? Mina has been left devastated, and you all have been left at a bit of a loss as to what comes next. But to figure that out, you all are going to have to tune in next Thursday, because this is where we will leave it for tonight. Yes, indeed.
But Megan, we got like 24 minutes left.
Oh, we do.
Oh no!
Here we are. Here we are.
Oh.
So
dang.
Let's go and check in with chat real quick and see what's happening. I see that you all are trying to discover what other interesting, well-known characters are going to pop up.
I love that. That's so cool, though. I was so excited.
Yeah, the moment you said Sherlock Holmes, I was like,
I know.
I know.
Right?
Try not to scream.
I know. I knew you guys are going to get excited about. I was excited about that. That is
cool.
all Rippers. All Rippers. All of these folks appear.
Oh wow.
Yes. Sherlock, he's a part of it. All kinds of people are a part of it. Quite fun. Quite fun.
Sarah BC1 saying, what? No Watson?
Not this time.
Or not yet.
Do it next time, kids.
The That Network saying Cabal, just say no.
Not even once. Cabal.
Not even
Not
once.
even
No
once.
Cabal.
Oh goodness.
My cranky stank is also saying, somehow though, I still have a nagging suspicion that Mina is secretly masterminding everything. Her reaction to this even more phenomenal.
That's some queens. I want it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we said thank you to Artemis28414 for gifting subs and for sharing emotes with people.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Thank you, Artemis.
Yes, so cool.
Yes, and it looks like Sarah BC1 also gifted a sub to Sir Jonathan the Bold.
Sir Jonathan the Bold.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
I was also here as you guys were crushing that emotional scene earlier. Oh man. Over here with McCranky Stank, who said, seriously, this episode, if not the series, needs to get submitted for a Webby. Y'all were killing it. I was like, popcorn.
Thank you. Thank you
That's
so
very
much.
nice. Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes, this one had a lot of bombs to drop this episode.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Indeed
Yeah.
Poor Jonathan, that was rough, dude. I was
Ooh,
like, oh
yeah.
no, we just got to like him and shit.
I
And we were all
know.
like, Jonathan, that guy, right? Oh, he's dead. Oops, sorry.
Guys, it's okay. I have a card for that.
Oh.
No! Soon, bro, no.
She's
I
not
think it's
married
you.
anymore.
And Mina,
my God.
you and Mina, let's go.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. You guys, we are now 5 episodes in. That means there are 3 more.
No.
Until the next 10.
Yes, so some crazy things coming down the line. Yeah, so 3 more episodes for this. Make sure that you guys tune in Thursdays 1 p.m. to catch those. There are also a few other fun things you can catch here on the DAT Network, including on, let's see, what is today? Today's Thursday, so tomorrow night is Heroic Endeavors, and I do believe there's a guest GM for that. Somebody who's never GM'd before, and she's doing it hard mode by doing it on stream.
Yeah.
I didn't even do that.
Too. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Katie Wilson will be GMing. Yes, tomorrow, Heroic Endeavor 6 p.m. So you should check that out. Should be interesting. And then, of course, on Saturday, I do believe that Things in Space is back, also at 6 p.m. Crits and Giggles has ended its season. So this Monday, there won't be a Crits and Giggles. But tune in on Wednesdays for occurrences at Owl Creek.
Yes.
That's a few more episodes as well for the Kids on Bikes fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, make sure you do all that. Did we have another PDF giveaway, or is it just one? We have so many. Pinnacle, they are great folks, and they just love for you guys to get cool content and love to give it away. So they give us a lot. There's definitely more coming down the line. Also, if you want a chance to win these fancy dice from Dragon Baggins, you can do that over on Adam's social.
That's right. Not a lot of people jumped into it, guys. These are amazing Dragon Baggin dice. They got their own cool little
Artemis
logo
won
on
last
there.
week.
Yeah, Artemis won last week.
Artemis, you're winning everything.
Yeah. You got until sometime later on, end of the day tonight, and then I will announce the winner for everybody. They're great. They're great. Yeah, this D6 has been great. It wasn't so great for me today, but it's been really great.
Sometimes dice get sleepy, and that's
mine were today.
They do. They're very tired.
They do get sleepy. I know. I have a different set of dice for each different character or show or whatever. So I'm always like, okay, how are my dice? Are you awake, dice?
Yep, me too.
But yeah, definitely, one way or another, you guys should check out Ripper Resurrected. There is a Suede conversion as Ripper's Resurrected is Deluxe, which is the previous Savage Worlds edition, but they're in the process of updating all of that. Right now, Deadlands, the big deal, you guys, which Deadlands is great. It's their supernatural Weird West horror. You Wildcards people will know all about it. But yeah, once that's out and going, I don't know, who knows, maybe Rippers will be next. But if you guys didn't see, they put out a, like, I think it's Ripper's South Pacific plot point, I believe, a companion. So more stories there that are happening down in the South Pacific. I'll tell you, they have information on what's happening in every corner of the world right now. So within the Ripper's Resurrected universe. So there's a lot more to discover. Yeah, I think that's it for us tonight. I feel like there's something else that I was supposed to tell you guys that I forgot about, but I guess I didn't. Oh, I know what it is. Right in that moment, I remembered you all are going to take an advance before next episode.
Yay!
Yes. And for folks who don't know, Savage Worlds, that is leveling up. It's a sort of a milestone type thing. And that means that each of these folks can choose to up an attribute. So that's things like strength, agility, spirit, etc. They can do that as long as they haven't done one yet. This rank, which they are novice, except for Abria, Zelda is seasoned, which is the next rank. They could also choose to take a new edge, which could be fun. They could choose to up a few skills, potentially. They could also choose this advance to get rid of a hindrance if they wanted to, although whoever does that, hindrances are fun.
Yeah, Quentin Caro's gone. He's dead. He's totally gone.
Dead. Yeah, that's the hindrance. Definitely. Just bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yes, yeah, but next time we will learn what fun advances everyone got to take. Yeah, I think that's all that I can babble at you guys for today. Unless I've forgotten anything else, I think we can say goodbye. Remember to check in your freezer, because there are definitely monsters that hide under the ice cubes. I don't know. It's really weird, but monsters are real, and they are everywhere, and it's Halloween, so of course you know it's true. And we will see you guys next Thursday, back for more Department of Mystery.
Bye, friends!
Bye, friends! Bye! Bye, guys! Love you!